Hello, everyone. You're listening to Storyline with Amy, an audio media project that promotes unique opportunities for human connection. I love talking to people of all ages. In particular, when talking to those over 65, I often ask them about their thoughts on aging. Does it match how they feel when they look in the mirror? Is it scary or something they embrace? When I talked to Bev, I had no clue as to her age. Today, she shares her beliefs about what happens as we get older.
I don't think of age as sort of this physical thing. I like to think that we're all ageless. We're all eternal. But how many years have I been on this earth? I've been here 73 years. I've often talked about this with my friends. We feel the same on the inside. I feel the same person as I was 30 years ago. And I sometimes look in the mirror and say, oh, what happened? Who's that? I forget sometimes how many years I've been here until I'm talking with my grandkids and I'm talking about things that they have no clue. They weren't even born yet. And it reminds me of how many years I've been here. Physical things happen. Our bodies are like it's like a car, it needs maintenance, falls apart. But I think, that inner self, that soul doesn't age. It evolves, it grows. One thing you do gain with years is wisdom. You've just been there, done that. You've seen it. You've felt the pain. You've laughed the laughter. For most people, I think it mellows us. We're more patient. You start to see a bigger picture. I think I'm in the minority. I look around and I think most people are in fear. There's a lot of fear about getting old. We enter a chapter where most of the changes are losses. Loss of a spouse, loss of freedom, loss of independence. Depending on their belief about life after death, there's a big fear of, does it all end? Is it a big black nothing? There's a fear of pain and dying. Sometimes we joke, we're not afraid to die, but we're afraid of the pain. We don't want it to be a painful thing. But the wonderful thing about getting to a point where you just plain know there's an afterlife, this isn't all there is. It brings a big freedom and lessens the fear. It took me a long time. As a child, I was always curious about those things. As an adult, I read a lot of books about spiritual topics and what happens after we die, the afterlife, that sort of thing. I always hoped it was true. Now, could I convince somebody else of that? Probably not. They would have to feel it for themselves and see it for themselves. I believe that we've had many, many lifetimes, and there are old souls. There's people who have been around the block thousands of times, and there are younger souls, newer souls who haven't. That does bring wisdom. It does bring a bigger picture view. And who knows how many lifetimes it took me to get to this point. I think we have a soul age. And then when we come here on Earth, we go through the linear Earth years, but we've done that thousands of times in what I've witnessed and seen and now believe. One of the biggest factor for me is that I know I have help. I have unseen helpers. This is a tough school we're in, this Earth school. Most people don't realize we have so much help. But we have to ask. I believe in angels, I believe in guides, but they don't butt in. You've got a team, they're standing there ready to help you. You don't see them, you don't hear them, that doesn't matter. Just hand it off to them. Just hand it off to them. There's so many people that live these lives of quiet desperation. I just wish they could have this peace, but everybody's walking their own path. I have a lot of gratitude. If I didn't have these beliefs, how would I ever have survived? My soulmate and husband died at age 51. Like everybody else, I've had painful things in my life. We all go through grief. If you have these beliefs, you'll get through it. In the toughest moments, I'll say, it's all going to unfold okay. I can't see it yet. I just have this knowing it will unfold okay. And that's a great sense of security.